Though he may have been gone from the last one the next day, but the pig is back. Let's talk about Porky's Revenge. But is it really the worst of the series? Just watch this review and you'll see. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I'm bringing to you another review of Porky's, my final review actually, because I'm skipping that remake because I never knew about it, and well I don't really want to care about that. Okay, it's Porky's Revenge, released by Fox for Astro Films in 1985. Now, Bob Clark turned down this role, even though once the next day was finished, he went on to do A Christmas Story. And so they got James Comack, who recently was best known for giving us some pretty good stuff, including, he created The Courtship of A's Father. He also created Chico and the Man, and was also the producer of Welcome Back, Kotter. He also did work on Star Trek and, let's see, Get Smart and several other things. Anyway, this is the final film in the Porky's franchise. Now, if you've not seen my review for Porky's or Porky's 2 the Next Day, or Ira, or near one of them, click on that card, go into the playlist so you can see it. Now I do it. Alright, now, this is where it's going to get really intense in ways for the gang and what have you. During the semifinal basketball game, the cheerleaders promise the team an orgy if they win. The boys do so, which includes Edward Pee Wee Morris, Billy McCarty, Tommy Turner, Anthony Meat Tupperello, Brian Schwartz. Yep. So they do so, and after the game, they are led to one of the girls' homes, and everyone strips down to their bloomers and jumps into the swimming pool. And the girls throw their underwear out. The boys do likewise and swim toward them. Soon, but too late, they realize the girls are clothed after all, and wind up parading nude before the clothed girls and their parents. Yeah, well, one of them. Just a little bit of a turn in, but if that wasn't enough, there was more trouble coming right at you. Porky is back, and this time he now owns a riverboat with a casino and strip club. According to Brian, he is extorting money from Coach Goodenough's because he has a gambling debt. The gang decided to go to the boat to take pictures of the illegal casino to give to the DA. During this time, Meat runs into Porky's sex-crazed daughter, Blossom, who forces herself on him. The boys' plan fails because Porky catches them in the act and is about to kill him. But when they mention the state championship game, he realizes that they could help him out by throwing the game so he could bet against them. Later at school, Meat is unable to dissect a frog in science class, fearing he could become academically ineligible to play in the championship game. The gang goes to Miss Webster's apartment to get a copy of the final exam. They discover her and Mr. Dobish, the school's guidance counselor, having rather kinky extramarital relations. A letter is written to Miss Ballbricker, arranging a rendezvous at a motel with an old boyfriend of hers, while Pee-wee is enticed to the same room by the promise of a night of passion with a beautiful Swedish exchange student. Of course, that would be a gal named Inga. Tommy tricks Pee-wee into going to another location while he heads to the room. Miss Ballbricker arrives first, followed by Tommy, and they are horrified to find themselves unclothed and in the bed with each other. To make up for their prank on Ballbreaker, the gang contacts her old boyfriend and actually gets them together. During the final game, Meat is benched because Miss Webster, intentionally failed him. She discovers the blackmail photos and a note causing her to change her mind. The second half resulted in a victory for Angel Beach, while Porky is outraged. Blossom tells him that Meat is her boyfriend. They went all the way, infuriating him even more. He then suggests to his two subordinates that Meat and Blossom be married. Yikes. Alright, I'm going to the ending. So you know the procedure like always. 5 seconds to sub this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, continue on after the 5 seconds is over with. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. During the senior prom, Meat is abducted by Porky and his men, and the gang goes after them. Just as the wedding's about to start, the power goes out and Meat is liberated by Billy and Brian. They begin their escaping on a motorboat, but with Porky's boat chasing them closely. The chase ends after they make it through a drawbridge, with Pee-wee then lowering it, resulting in the destruction of Porky's boat. At graduation, the guys trick Pee-wee into taking off all his clothes except the graduation gown. And as he's about to get his diploma, Principal Carter steps on the gown, causing it to come off and reveal Pee-wee in the buff, just as he dreamed at the beginning of the film. And we get to Inga, showing off her tits. Uh-oh, titty alert. Yeah. Alright, end of story. Forgive me, I didn't want to get into too much of that. Anyway, so what did I think of Porky's Revenge? It is kind of it's fun and all. It kind of toned down just not seeing too much graphic nudity like the first two films did. I still say it did okay. I kind of did say it was one of the worst films. Well, in a way, it is. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The film was a major disappointment, making only 20 million, way off from the last film, just a little bit off from the previous film. Nevertheless, and the story was written by Ziggy Steinberg, and it was okay, but at least it was good to have Porky back and, him getting revenge and all, yeah. Dave Edmunds does the score for this, but unlike the first two movies, this film got an actual soundtrack released through Columbia in the U.S. and outside of the U.S. and what have you on the CBS label before it came Sony. Let's see. Yeah, it had lots of artists on there, including Jeff Beck, George Harrison, Carl plus a group of musicians, which or Jeff Beck, George Harrison, Carl Perkins. There was also Willie Nelson's doing a cover of Love Me Tender, plus Robert Plant, Phil Collins under the Crawling King Snakes moniker, as well as the Fabulous Thunderbirds, who the following year would have their own big hit with the title track of their album, Tough Enough. Let's see. Of course, Edmonds also did some songs of his own as well, including High School Nights, which of course was played throughout the whole closing credits. And I think it was pretty good. And what have you. While it may not have had much of the old stuff of music like what we heard in the first two films, but still, it kind of makes up for it. But still, we still got the same cast as before. Dan Monahan as Edward Pee Wee Morris, Mark Harrier as Billy McCarty, Wyatt Knight as Tommy Turner, Khaki Hunter as Wendy Williams, Tony Gagnos as Anthony Tupperello, and Scott Comby as Brian Schwartz. We also have Nancy Parkins back as Miss Ballbricker, Eric Christmas as Mr. Carter. Let's see, Ilsa Earle as Mrs. Morris. Let's see, and of course Chuck Mitchell back as Porky. We also have Wendy Fine as Blossom, who's pretty darn crazy, and Kimberly Evanson, who's introduced to us in this film as Inga. Yeah. But that's all I can tell you. They weren't too bad. I mean, but in the end, overall, would I recommend Porky's Revenge? Well, I say like the last film. Maybe give it it's a draw. Give it a one-time watch or avoid this. I'd say maybe just give it a one-time watch if just in case you skip the next day and go on to this one. But hey, you be the judge, okay? It has been released on physical media from Fox in a 3-movie collection. It also got released on Blu-ray with Porky's 2 the next day by Kino Lober, excuse me, everyone. Woohoo! So anyway, yeah, that was the last film. But then after that, there will be no more. In 2009, there will be a direct. Well, I think it was a direct video, but I never even knew this even existed. Porky's Pimpin' Pee Wee, but that I don't even know much about. And if you ask, no, I am not reviewing it because I don't know much about it. Thank you very much. I don't even know where in the con blooming world I can even find it. I don't think I would enjoy as much as the original. Thank you very much. Enough said. So what are your thoughts on Porky's Revenge? You can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Ghostbusters 2016, aka Ghostbusters Answered the Call. I think you know the female-led Ghostbusters movie, alright? And don't forget, very soon, I'll be reviewing the Harry Potter franchise too, so be ready for that. Anyway, that's going to do it, and thanks for watching. And if you like this, you may want to consider checking out these other movies. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the third American Pie movie, American Wedding. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Spring Break from 1983, which is another teen comedy, very underrated. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of another film Fox put out the same year this did, in Mischief. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.